I am playing Zombie World War II, and I am going to go down to the battle grid of big D6 and little D6 and roll my first encounter, and I rolled a 23. A 23 is going to be an obstacle, and a 3 obstacle is going to be toils. Toils means your path seems endless. I advance a step toward Berlin and suffer a mishap. Here comes my mishap as a die roll, and that's a 3. A 3 is going to be blame, means you lose all your bars or all your tablets and must take damage, or must take damage equal to double the threat. Gain an XP. Double the threat. D6 doubled is going to be 4 points of damage. It's an ugly game, folks. How will we ever survive? 4 points of damage, and I did not have this. This was from a previous holdover game. And I did not have any tablets or anything else to lose. And my toils, I'm going to take a step. Monty has gone from North Africa, parachuting onto Crete. Big and little. 1 and 5. It's a base camp. Now, a base camp, that's probably not a bad time for a base camp. It's better when you have medals that you can cash in. Medals are like the gold of the game. But a base camp 1-5 is going to be any army not nuked. Any army not nuked means that on progression paths other than green, you restore your aces and HP. And if you have any medals, you can cash them in. Otherwise, on Newt's progression path, you just get a single ace or the D6 HPs if you're playing the commando run. Gain an XP for being on that. And I do not change progression paths. And I do not advance progression path, but I do heal all this damage. And at my level, that's good to do. Here goes my next big and little. 62. Going to be a Calamity event. Calamity ensues number 2, Assassin's Gambit. All occurs only for characters of liabilities enemies abroad. If so, lose all your aces. The temptation to settle espionage will score is all-consuming. If you have no enemies, avoid the combat, but a 50-50 chance that now someone in your co-op group or me playing solo is going to gain enemies. 50-50, 1, 2, or 3, I pick up that, and I do. So not only am I, did I pull it off by accident? I am already mumbling and grizzled for being a veteran, and now I also have enemies abroad. Well, isn't that special? And here comes my next big and little. And it's going to be 61, back to that same table where I'm going to have a Calamity ensues at a fuel depot. Do I have Firebug? I do not. But now 50-50, 1, 2, or 3, I picked up Firebug. I did not pick up Firebug. Anything else happen from these things? Any XPs? Nope. And only if we had the Firebug, or in that last roll, if we had enemies for the Assassin's Gambit, then we would go into a battle to the death. Rolling my 2 dice, big and little. 52. With 52 to the death, I don't go to the death embrace. What I do is I go 5 for the to the death. The 2 is 2 zombies plus another 4 more, and I roll to see where they show up in the board. 52. I may have a little bit more relief from them coming at me to survive the opening gambits here. And here comes the monsters, and here comes my first roll of to the death. It's going to be a 2. That 2 is going to be Death Embrace. Now, Death Embrace is nice because I do pick up the Fury here. So it starts by moving and attacking with the undead. So all of the undead that appeared at that point, 52, now are going to move toward me. Sure does look like a lot of them. If I kick in my luck and make it shaken, turn the result of 2 into a 3, that's not going to let me kill because I have to be adjacent to kill. But I like this Fury here, so I'm going to take this Fury and I'm going to take my you then slay 1 Zombie of duel, but only if the undead is adjacent. They're not. But I do take a glory roll, so let me roll a d6 for glory. A 1 on the glory table is going to be an XP or a medal. And I think at this point in the game, it's probably better if I grab myself an XP. 1/3 of the way there. Zombie is still coming. I'm +1 to my die roll here. Here comes my die, a 6. A 6 plus 1 is a 7. 7 is going to be celebration. Means you may move and then slay 1 enemy anywhere on the grid and roll for glory. And the enemy does not get to move or counterattack. Nice roll. So I'm going to kill this guy here. sort of moving at me. I can even move as well. I'll move shift 1 over, try to get away from some of these guys right over here. And I still have my +1 for the Fury, and I also get to roll. Did it say glory? It said glory. So take a roll for glory. My roll for glory was a 6. A 6 on glory is choice to add luck and make this a 7, or else drop to 5. Now 5 is restore an ace and gain an XP and a medal. That's nice, but I can also gain a souvenir here if I make it. I'm going to throw my luck in because I pick up that luck after this battle anyway because I'm a veteran and to the death. And I will pick up a Luger. And then now that I have a Luger, the next souvenir I could pick up could be something that's very important for the end game. And let me see what I can roll again. I'm still fighting this many guys. The enemy does not get to move. I roll for the next one. I'm still adding one of the dice. Back to back to back 6s. So I kill one guy at range. I roll for glory. A 2. A 2 is going to be restore luck and gain an XP or a medal. I will restore my luck and I will gain an XP. And these guys don't get to move. Next roll. A 3. Now a 3 plus 1 is a 4. A 4 is going to be false tranquility. Means I slay a zombie at any range. I'll kill this guy. I'm going to move one more away from him too. And then, wait, false tranquility. I probably do not get to move. Ooh. I'm cheating. I do not get to move. Attack and deliver a damage, attack, but do not move. And since the zombies need to be next to me to deliver damage, there's just 3 of them left. Anything else that comes out of this, in any terrain except open, any undead next to caissons and wheels of war would destroy them. But now I also got the ambush. Now I need to roll a 5 or better to kill that sniper that's now shooting at me. And I rolled a 5, so I killed that sniper that was trying to ambush me, so I don't take any damage from the sniper. And you'll have up to 2 rounds to try to kill him as you continue to take damage. Here comes the next D6 roll, a 6, another great roll. A 6 is going to be celebration. So I'm going to slay an enemy at any range, and I'm going to kill this one right here. On Monty's Path, you gain a Luger, and then you gain St. Francis Medallion, touched by Pope Pius. Other mini game. So I have these 2 artifacts, which is really nice. I have my Luger, which I can trade perhaps for extra bars, and I get the Saint's Medallion, which I could also trade with a Quartermaster, or I can save it till the end game, and it may prove to have a special power to help me defeat the Führer in the end. We already killed the guy that ambushed us. Game played is game played. Here goes my D6, and so I roll a D6 of a 1, plus 1 for the Fury is only a 2. A 2 is only going to be Death Embrace. I'm going to gain another plus 1 for the Fury. That loot of a 5 is going to be find a historic find, and let me roll a couple of dice for the historic find. A 2, that's probably going to be a pretty nice historic find, and a historic find of a 2 means I have St. George's shield. That immediately jumps me up to a +3 sidearm. Any damage I take, I'm taking all 3. When it says I have the protection of sidearm, that protection of St. George's shield will protect me from zombies, ghouls, and the wraiths. So I'm in good shape here. Now that roll of a 2 though means they move, and I then have to make another roll here, because Death Embrace is not going to allow me to slay a zombie or ghoul because they are not next to me in a hex. But I'm +2 with the Fury. Here comes my die. Should be now it starts to become my game. I kill a guy at range because I'm in celebration. I'm just blasting. I'm going to take a roll on Glory. The roll on Glory is going to give me a 5. Double checking. A 5 is going to be I restore an ace and I gain a medal and an XP. I don't need to restore any ace, but that medal and that XP gives me 3, which allows me to go up to level 2. Is there any doubt I'm going to win this battle? Maybe, but probably not. I get 20 hit points for that. And I roll a d6 to find out if I pick up or lose any liabilities. And and I'm going to my liabilities here, leveling liabilities, rolling a d6. I rolled a 1, and that's going to be toggle enemies abroad, so that action also took away my enemies abroad, which is really nice. And I got 1 guy left. Here comes my last roll. Adding 2 is a 7, so I'm going to roll for glory. I killed the last guy. I got a 1 for glory. That 1 for glory is going to gain an XP or medal. At this point, I probably want a 2nd medal now that I got a little bit of buffer on the hit points. And that's a little bit about how you play. Yes, it is possible to succeed. I've gotten all the way to Berlin. I have killed Hitler in this game. So it is possible. Is it going to be likely? Well, likely is only going to be depending upon your skill at playing the game, manipulating your aces, gaining valuable relics that are going to come along, and how well your dice are. More later.